Nigerians must hear this. Just listen.
The center of this political banditry is the motor park brand of politics, nurtured by the old brigade politicians, and in recent times by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mr. President, it is through your influence that the Nigerian National Assembly has become a haven for legislative rascality.
Did you hear that? Tunde Bakare has been firing words for words against the president, against President Tinubu. In fact, he said a whole lot of things in this video.
Mr. President, it's under your watch that the National Assembly has become an extension of the executive, grossly violating the principles of separation of powers and rubber stamping the whims and caprices of your office.
This election is getting tougher every day. Everything is getting tougher and tougher and tougher. A whole lot of accusation that he laid against President Tinubu. In fact, he said a lot. He really said a lot. I think we are having voices that are coming up now. Some of these elites that have kept quiet, that have kept silence all this while, thinking that it does not affect them because they are big, they are rich. Now they are feeling the heats and they are coming up. Now they are speaking. Pastor Tunde Bakare has said a lot of things. Nigerians, let's listen to him.
Mr. President, it's under your watch that the National Assembly has become an extension of the executive, grossly violating the principles of separation of powers and rubber stamping the whims and caprices of your office, all while singing the international anthem of psychoviolence. On your mandate we shall stand. Mr. President, thanks to your political machinations, Nigeria is now bedeviled by a captured National Assembly, the most ineffective in its checks and balances role since the start of the Fourth Republic. In 2006, the Fourth National Assembly had the audacity to reject the tenure exemption bid of a sitting president. In 2010, the Sixth National Assembly summoned the courage to stand against the power hijacking cabal and restore Nigeria to the path of constitutionality by invoking the doctrine of necessity. In 2011, the House of Representatives of the Seventh National Assembly had the courage to elect its leaders, as did the Senate of the Eighth National Assembly in 2015, defying executive interference. This National Assembly, the 10th, has by its unconstitutional endorsement of the President's abuse of powers proven to be the most spineless in our recent history.
At this period, this very sensitive time of election, we need people like this to be speaking up. We need prominent people in the community to be coming up to speak up. Now, the people that are supposed to be the opposition, the ADC, the PDP, the NDC, and many other parties that are supposed to be speaking up at this very sensitive time of election, when all of these things are happening, they are not speaking up. Everybody is silent. Everybody is silent. They need to say some things to the people in power, to the people who are the aim of affairs. Even if they are not seeing it, at least in one way or the other, it will get to them. They will know that things are not going well, and the policy which they are implementing, which they feel is good in their own mind or in their own ways, and it's not going well with the nation. Excuse me. They will see reasons to change their policy so that things can get better in the country. Let's continue to listen to him to the end. Watch the video to the end and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Through its actions and inactions, the National Assembly has in effect become the 48th member of the President's cabinet. While a cabinet minister by the name of Wike, is it Wike or Wike or Wakey? While a cabinet minister has more or less become a third-time state governor in Rivers State, pampered by the indulgences of the President. Recent events have made it clear to Nigerians that had this assembly been in place in 2006, when the third-term agenda was proposed, our democracy would have since morphed into one of Africa's lamentable tales of sit-tight dictatorship. To the President of the Nigerian Senate, who has not heeded the call to subject himself to an unbiased investigation, to clear his name of the allegations leveled against him, and under whose leadership the National Assembly has become a carry-go legislature, hiding under the umbrella of technicalities and a dubious voice voting system, I leave you and your conscience with the words of Frederic Bessières, former deputy of the French National Assembly. He said, and I quote, "When plunder becomes a way of life for a group of men in a society, over the course of time, they create for themselves a legal system that authorizes it and a moral code that glorifies it." To the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, under whose brand of politics the institution of legislative oversight is collapsing and our democracy is faced with an existential threat, I say, Mr. President, Nigeria is too delicate for this kind of politics. If this state capture was what you meant by a Miloko, it is an anticlimax that can only be counterproductive at the end. I urge you, Mr. President, to think deeply and reflect on these words. No man is wise enough, nor good enough to be trusted with unlimited power. Mr. President, please stop playing God.
What do you think? Drop your comments below in the comment section. Share this video to other people so that they can know and see what is happening in the country. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in my next video.